video, I'm going to walk you through the exact process that my team and I use with our Spanish students to take them from hesitant to confident Spanish conversationalist so that you can follow in their footsteps and accomplish your wildest dreams with the language. Comencemos, amigos. Hola mis queridos líderes del lenguaje, bienvenidos a otro video. Yo soy Erica Ray de ericaraylanguage.com y en este canal te enseño las estrategias que me ayudaron a aprender español desde cero y que han ayudado a un sinfín de mis estudiantes a alcanzar sus propios objetivos con el idioma. Si eso les parece interesante, pues suscríbanse para no perderse nada. Before we get going, I want to let you know that I've created a free ebook for you called S.T.A.R.T, your 5-step roadmap to Spanish fluency. It's an in-depth look at what we're going to be covering today and more. So go ahead and grab your copy. You can go to ericaraylanguage.com/start or click on the link below the video. This is the exact methodology behind how our clients are crushing their goals with their Spanish, like Linda, who came to us with a simple goal of being able to converse with her little nephew in Spanish and now converses with her entire Spanish-speaking family with greater confidence and greater ease, and was finally able to take an immersion trip to Mexico that she had not had the courage to take before, and was pleasantly surprised by how much she could understand, how much she could speak. She said she was well prepared. Or Matthew, an electrician who desired to improve his Spanish for better communication with his Colombian family members, and is even gaining a reputation at work as the guy who speaks really good Spanish. Or Carolyn, who is no longer reaching for a translator when she goes to communicate with her Spanish-speaking friends from all over the world, and has also gained greater confidence in professional settings as a nurse, teacher, and volunteer. These are just a handful of examples, but the list goes on and on. So do be sure to grab that guide, ericaraylanguage.com/start, so that you can see this entire methodology that we're going to go through today broken down on paper. All right, guys, let's get into this. So what do you actually need to become a confident conversationalist in Spanish? Well, you need 3 things: knowledge. Okay, this is actual knowledge of the language. We're talking about vocabulary, grammar, how to put those sentences together, how to pronounce the words, okay? So actual knowledge of the language itself. You also need experience. This is applied knowledge. This is knowledge in action. You need experience consuming and using the language, using what you know. Now, these first 2 factors are external. Okay, you need your knowledge to come from somewhere. You need experience using the language with other people. But this third factor is very internal. It really is dependent on you, okay? So this is the mindset that you need to have to learn a language well. This is your ability to overcome obstacles, because obstacles are going to come up. Learning a language is simple when you do it right, but it's not easy. And so you're going to have to build this stamina. So you do have to build qualities like humility, like perseverance in order to reach your goals. So this is the key, okay? K-E-Y, knowledge, experience, and you. These are the 3 factors that you need to be a successful language learner. So how do you do it? How do you get that knowledge, experience, and work on your you factor? Well, you have to start. You gotta get started. So what does START mean? The S stands for specific. So we need to get really specific on your goals. Why is this important? In order to acquire knowledge, we need to figure out, what do you need to know? There's a lot that you could learn, but in order for your path to be efficient and for what you learn to be usable, we have to break the language down and establish specific speaking goals which set the direction for your learning. So your goals are going to revolve around topics that are either highly relevant or highly interesting to you. Okay, what do you want to talk about? What situations can you imagine yourself being in when you're conversing in Spanish? And these don't have to be the type of goals that have a time limit on them, okay? You can put a date on your goals if you would like to, but our main purpose here is simply to set the direction. What vocabulary and what grammar do you need to know for your most immediate use? That way you can go use what you're learning quickly, feel motivated because of that, and immediately see your progress. You see how you're progressing with your speaking goals. And this approach also serves a second purpose. Not only will you be progressing toward your speaking goals, your specific goals, but you are also going to be improving your general Spanish, because so many of the words that you need for your personal goals, I 100% guarantee that they apply to many, many other conversations that you're going to be having in Spanish. Now that we have your goals in place, we can start to tailor your learning, and this is the T, okay? So when we tailor your learning, we're tailoring your study plan, so that's going to help you progress towards your goal, and we're tailoring your classes if you're working with us. So we're focusing our energy toward what you most need to work on. Everything is very customized and very personalized to you. And that is exactly how you build your knowledge. But now we have to do something else. We have to activate, and that's our A. And we're gonna put this under the experience category. This step is crucial because I could hand you a list of industry-specific vocabulary and even sample dialogues in your industry, related to your goals, and you're still not going to learn it in order to be able to use it, because those words will still be in your passive memory. You may now recognize them when you hear them, when you read them, which is great, but you won't be able to pull them out of your memory fast enough and use them in the conversations that you need if we don't activate those words. And this process starts with your one-on-one classes, okay? You see, your classes, yes, they're tailored to you, but they are not only knowledge-based. We have to take what you need and help you activate it. We do this through conversations, we do this through tons of role play, all kinds of activities, so that you are taking those words and transferring them from your passive to your active memory so that they're ready for you right when you need them. So we work with our students to practice whatever they need. We've practiced conversations with their in-laws, scenarios since they live abroad, scenarios for when they're going to travel abroad. We have soccer enthusiasts, we have video game enthusiasts who like to play with Spanish speakers. Whatever you need, this is where we help you activate that vocabulary. So those are your personal goals. Someone asked me an excellent question on one of my videos, which had to do with this concept of topic-based learning. And she said, how do I know when I'm ready to move on to another topic? And how do I review the topics that I've already learned so that I don't forget them? Fantastic question. I hope you're watching this video because this is your answer. Now we're here to the R. We need to reinforce, okay? Because it's true, it's not enough to just learn things once. We have to reinforce them. We do this in two ways. One is with your personal goals, okay? There is review built in to everything that we do with our clients in regards to their personal goals. And your personal goals need to be something that, like I mentioned, are either highly interesting or highly relevant to you that you plan on using soon. So you are reinforcing it yourself when you go out and use it with the people that you had planned to use this with. But there is another way that we reinforce, okay? So first, we're gonna reinforce your personal goals. But there is another way we reinforce, and that is with common scenarios. You need the chance to engage with other people outside of your one-on-one teacher in situations that are common to the human experience, okay? We're talking about things like family, food, travel. Now, some of those could also have to do with your personal goals as well, which is fantastic. That's just additional reinforcement. But we need to go through this path of engaging with other people on these topics that are very general and very common. Why? Because you're going to be reinforcing, you're going to be taking what you've already learned with your personal goals, the vocabulary, the grammar that you're acquiring, and using it in different ways, using it in different unscripted types of conversations that you're going to run into in your everyday life. This teaches you versatility, adaptability, because you don't know what your speaking partner is going to say back to you, and you're going to have to think on your feet using what you know. In our program, this part is done in a group setting, and it is an amazing opportunity for our students to engage with other learners and other teachers who are following our same methodology, but are from different parts of the world, have different accents, right? This is super important to get you prepared for the real world. Every single teacher has their own style and their own flavor, and this is one of the reasons why our students feel so confident going out into the real world. It's very different than exclusively having one-on-one learning, and you get to the point where you can only understand your one teacher, you go out to speak to your neighbor, and you're completely lost. This gives you those real-world skills that you need, and this is why experience is so important. This experience category is crucial, and it is not to be overlooked. So that is your experience, okay? Experience using the language one-on-one for your one-on-one goals, experience using the language in common scenarios with other people, and now we only have you. And the reason that this is so important is because of our T. We want you to thrive. We don't want you to just survive with the language while you're in our intensive program. We want you to thrive. And you have to understand that language learning is a long-term commitment. But if you do it right, it can be some of the most fun that you have in your life. You get to meet incredible people. You get to have amazing experiences if you're patient. So we need to help you develop good habits, and we need to help you get past obstacles when they come up. And this is where I get to coach you. I get to coach the members of our program, Elevate Spanish Accelerator, to give you ideas to move you past obstacles. It's an opportunity for you to engage with other learners inside of Elevate. And let me tell you, I'm not the only one helping you to thrive, because our coaching sessions are amazing opportunities for you to talk to other members of our program, Elevate Spanish Accelerator. And let me tell you, some of the best ideas come from those who are in this process right now. It's an incredible, uplifting, upbuilding experience, and it gives our learners the tools they need to keep learning long term. And there you have it, guys. This is how it works. This is how we get you exactly what you need through our signature methodology. Again, I've outlined this entire process in my guide, Start Your 5-Step Roadmap to Spanish Fluency. You can find that at the link below. And if you found this helpful, I actually have a 1-hour workshop where I walk you through these steps even further so that you can start to determine exactly how it would work for you. And you're going to see a lot of case studies so that you can see exactly how our clients are applying this method. Sometimes it takes seeing someone in your similar situation to spark an idea for you. So I invite you to that workshop. You can find that at ericaraylanguage.com/90days, and I will also leave that here in the link below. And finally, if this seems like the program for you and you would like information about how to apply to work with us directly, I will also leave the information here in the description box. I must warn you, spots are extremely limited. That's why the program is application only. You will not find a buy here button on the page. We want to make sure that we're working with people who are committed, who are ready to make it happen, who are ready to be our next success story. And as you can see, it is very personalized. So we do check your application to make sure that this seems like the right fit for you. And then we'll invite you to a free Spanish strategy session so that we can talk about it in more detail and invite you into the program if it seems like we'll be a good fit. And there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it has gotten the wheels turning for you so you can see exactly what you have been missing in your routine to get you to the next level. I'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima, amigos.
Just hands down, stop searching, stop looking all over the internet, because everything you need is in this program.